again, more armor than what I'm wearing. There are people above me, but I don't know how to get over there. Let's see if there's another path. Imagine the only way would be to climb up the vines.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh?
Sure.
I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. 1, 2, long get of the crew. 3, 4, pretty shallow the shore.
Getting quick saved again. As usual, that means I'm going to be really scared about whatever the hell is about to happen. Because last time a kraken started breaking the ship. Okay, I see a lot of names down there.
Now stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
I'm going to give the scholarly response, quietly muse that if they wanted to keep a lot of their magisters in check at once, this spectacle is the way to do it.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
Whoa!
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Well, that was certainly a messy display of dominance.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
My, the giant takes notice of its charges.
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it.
Take all of that.
Did you see him? You did, right? Those claws. Wonder what's behind the masks, too. Can't be pretty.
I ask if she means those horrific creatures that the Magisters had in tow.
That Magister, that was Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order, and his right hand, Dallas. How do you not know this?
I'm gonna say that I'm still getting a lay of the land.
Better get to it, then. A Magister will come and find you when they're ready for you. Could be a while, though. We're up to our hoods in sinners these days.
Saw him, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. They gave that scaly traitor what for, they did.
I'm gonna simply muse that at least the wizard has peace now, I hope.
Peace is more than she deserves. She were a traitor to the core.
I'm gonna ask him about Bishop Alexander and Dallas.
Bishop's the son of the dead divine. Don't know when we'll get a new one, but Alexander's looking after us in the meantime all the same. And the Hammer's a solid sort. Don't take no guff and don't stand for no idling. Earned that name for a reason, she did.
I'm gonna ask when I'll be allowed to leave this place.
When you give up the darkness that's inside you. Take your fault, it's there, mind. But it's there all the same. They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I hear. You can trust Dallas to take care of it. And once you're cured, your life will start again.
About that.
During the time of Lucian, of course. Who wouldn't join up with God himself? He was all glory, all goodness. When we lost him, well, it only made sense to see his will through.
I ask him how he can know the will of a divine.
Can't for certain, but I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't waste the gift. You protect it with everything you've got. So that's what we do.
I wonder aloud if the divine would really approve of a place like Fort Joy.
Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get to it now, well, we'd have lost him for nothing. Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were, but it's the best we've got to protect the realm.
I take my leave.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket, toll's the same.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
I stand beside Ifan and tell the thug to back off.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth a sweat on my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
Yeah, you fixed my collar. Was I that forgettable?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
I tell him I'm not much of a handshaker.
Suit yourself. Probably wise, given the rashes you can pick up around this place. Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours.
Sure.
I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
One of the options I can say is, say, you're pretty comfortable here. Sea, sun, and sand. This is the good life. But the response I am going to say is, say the thugs were afraid when he mentioned lone wolves. What are they?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
I asked him about the errand he mentioned earlier. It sounds highly suspicious.
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
I shrug. We all do what we have to do to survive.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other get out of here?
I say you're keen to get out of here. How does he think that'll happen?
The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put.
Agreed.
2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
I nod.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in.
I don't have blood.
Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
I guess wayfarer's fine. I don't know what that means.
Can do. Onwards.
Nod.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
You know, I don't know where that NPC ran off to. The one that said, follow me, both of you. Skill panel.
You forget my name here.
Everything now? Good.
Follow loading told us of a safe place we can talk safely.
See if you sweater to fight the Reaper.
I forget that there's a map.
Ah, a little reprieve from the din outside.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
I remark that I'm glad to have been of help, and note that I prefer to be judged by my actions, not trivial matters like appearance or race.
The elf appears momentarily puzzled by your comment, but then offers you a dignified little bow.
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just in both actions and appearance. I am in your debt.
I ask if she knows any way out of the fort.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs I can stand, but I fear the Magisters.
Say I'd like to know who's in charge around here.
In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power.
Ask how she came to Fort Joy.
It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than this.
She gave me a severed head.
Thank you.
I know they help. You're cheating!
I'm going to choose the big piece of wood. Because it's a two-handed weapon, that's what I'm going with. Special arrow. You found a special arrow. These arrows have magical properties and can be used by anyone having a bow or crossbow.
You can't get me! I feel him.
Understood.
But I do not see him.
Select multiple items and mark them as wares to sell them in one batch. Press left shift in the inventory to toggle multi-select mode. Add items to the selection by pressing left mouse button. Press right button to view available options for selection.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! Wait, I call a timeout! Whoever kills the other is the boss! I magicked you, you're dead! I feel him, but I do not see him. Got you! I got you! Wait, I call a timeout!
I don't know. You can have the potion.
Got you! I got you!
Oops.
You can't get me!
Huh.
I know they help.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Hello, stranger. A strange person from a strange time. I wonder, do you even know how lost you are?
I ask her how she knows about that.
I see it before my eyes.
I say I've heard of farseeing is as much of a burden as it is a gift.
It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps.
Tell her I'm not here to talk about my private life.
Your life is not your own. Your life is for us all. I cannot say more. You see someday.
I say I'm looking for a way out of Fort Joy.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave.
Ask about Amuro?
My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out.
Sure, I'll find her
You
friend.
bring me great peace. Thank you, my friend. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him.
Alright, I have to find that guy anyways.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head from his paws. He heaves a heavy sigh.
I asked the pooch what's the matter.
It's no use anyway.
I give the dog a Tusa's nice juicy leg.
That smells revolting. Wait a minute. This tastes like... This is... I don't eat people!
Ah! Wait, why is he attacking me? I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Wow, it auto-saved really freaking far back. Okay, note to self. Don't screw that part up.
I know nothing of any of this.
Stay back, sorcerer.
So I'm
and
going to
stay
skip this conversation
silent.
because we already
Our
saw it
God
earlier.
We know you've...
I do not...
If you can...
This can't be...
You should know by now to obey your
Scholar.
A Tusa pink...
Stop! My father, the fate of Dallas.
Yes.
I...
What a waste.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Well, that was a messy display of dominance.
She was
like
a
last
lizard.
time. Okay, so I need to go recruit Ifran again.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
This is not your business, Longpin.
Don't.
An intense-looking man steps...
Just stand aside.
Lone wolves.
The thug freezes in...
Pay up, elf.
Burrow
Stand
looks
beside
at...
me.
Get...
The elf...
Follow me. There is a safe...
Ifan rolls his sleeve.
Good work.
He stretches out one
gonna pick
rough
him
hand
up again.
to shake.
Suit yourself. Say, I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. The usual where 2 heads are better than 1.
He grins.
So, before survival's my main priority. Can do.
He scans the...
Right you are.
Okay, now I'm gonna be smarter since now that I've picked him up,
Feels so good.
and I'm gonna save manually right now. Okay. Now let's go back and talk to that person again. Get the other quests.
I've got that special shipment done.
See if your spirit to fight the Reaper.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
You're too slow! Shua! 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 Got you! I got
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rarest.
The elf appears.
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just in both actions and I hear of no escapes. In this cave, it gives me great weight, but I am not here without. Thank you.
Oh, give me a different weapon this time.
I'll stab you right in the eye! You're cheating!
Okay, then I have the quest to talk to her. Okay, and then we'll
The
be
young
right back
girl's
to where
eyes
we
are-
were.
Hello, stranger. A strange. I see it. Your life is not your.
Her eyebrows.
There can be a way. My protect. He is caught by those. You bring me great. I see something that helps.
Okay, so this is where we were before I accidentally messed up. So now let's go talk to the dog and see if the dog doesn't. I don't do something to piss off the dog this time.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head from his paws. He heaves a heavy sigh.
I'm Buddy.
I bend down and stroke his head.
The tip of his tail starts to wag.
Ask the pooch what's the matter.
It's no use anyway.
Tell him to try it.
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you.
Say I don't doubt that. Everyone loves you.
Must be nice. Emmy was the only one who ever cared about me. She was my mate for the last 7, carried the 2, plus 50. 5 years! The Magisters, they took her.
Scratch the behind the pooch's ear. He's not alone for now, at least.
I love you. Say, let me show you something.
What were you thinking, messing with Griff's
Oh,
Lucky find.
Buddy's key.
Oh, hey! Hey! I thought you might be Emmy. It's nice to see you.
Ask the pooch where he last saw Emmy.
Not too far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled horrible. Like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dogs. And also a little like dead people. He dragged her into the big castle just there. I'm so worried about her.
I'm gonna ask where you can use the key he showed us.
Key? What key? Oh, the key! The Magister who took Emmy dropped it when he was walking away. Did someone say Emmy? Oh, Emmy. If you find out where it leads, if you see Emmy, tell her I miss her. I think I love you.
I give him a belly rub.
Leave me. Go.
Scholar. My response is fascinating. You've read about the plague known as the Wet Death and never seen such an acute case.
Get away. Get back. At least wait till I've croaked my last if you want to study me.
She groans in pain, refusing.
But back to the start. There was a vendor. She a vendor?
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
Ask her what she's making.
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something?
Ask her how she got her hands on these contraptions. They seem pretty dangerous.
Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. We used to know each other back in the day, you know. Dallas and I. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the Order, she started turning out all manner of oddities.
Ask if Dallas was the one who had invented these collars that we're wearing.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions?
I sense that she knows more than she's letting on. Say my collar's kind of tight and ask if she can loosen it a bit.
For you? Hell no.
Okay. Ask who might be worthy of those services.
Worthy is exactly the right word. You know, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day. Speaking of, you haven't. So buy or shove off.
Okay. What do you have for sale?
All manner of things. Have a look.
Just emptying out my bags. Ooh. I want the gold she's promising. I need what, 9 gold? Thank you. Okay, put this on.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them?
Because I don't believe in us in them.
Then you're in the wrong place. We run this joint, Griff's people, and we don't cozy up to oddballs.
I don't care.
Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots, as usual. They ought to keep out of our hair if they don't want to pay for the pleasure.
Oh, Louise.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube, and you were you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape?
I'm gonna say that I tried to make a run for the boat, but didn't make it. The rest is blurry.
I saw you fall. We all did. Thought you were done for. When we get out of this place, I owe you a pint.
I don't think I can drink.
So you managed to swim to safety, is that it? What about when you were in the water? Didn't hear anything unusual, did you?
I'm just gonna nod and tell her there was a strange voice. It seemed to want me to survive.
I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only.
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks.
I'm gonna gently call out to her and ask if she's alright.
Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I frown and ask why she's acting so strangely. Also, again, I don't have lips. I can't frown.
Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit hospitable.
The option I could respond to that is waggle a rakish eyebrow and ask if she's implying you should make yourself at home. But I'm going to choose the other one, which is tell her she's going to have to elaborate.
Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
I say that I understand her better than she thinks.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted.
I tell her that looks can be deceiving.
Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy?
I say that the accommodation was exceptional and I had to see it for myself.
So true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that.
I say that sounds like a good idea.
It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be?
I guess an enchanter's fine. Again, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you do.
Sounds fine. So, we're good to go?
I'm just assuming it's a caster, so I'm going to pick it because I've already got a melee guy and a bow guy, and I'm another melee guy.
Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way.
That's not ominous at all. Before I continue, ask if she has strong opinions about traveling with the undead. I have a feeling she doesn't care, though. No. I'm sorry, I'm picking the first option. Tell her there's one more thing she should know before we continue. You're not totally, well, alive.
Well, duh. I'm sure that disguise will fool most people, but I'm a very sensitive and discerning soul. Most fleshy folks aren't really alive anyway. Don't sweat it. Or whatever it is you do. Now, let's go.
Cool.